Hello dear students. In this video we will discuss angiosperms. Basically just like gymnosperms, angiosperms are not non-flowering. They are flowering plants. It means they possesses flowers. Basically the angiosperm means the main and the important thing which is related to angiosperm means their seeds are enclosed. Their seeds are not necked just like the gymnosperms. All seeds are enclosed with the help of a cover structure. And more than 250,000 species are present in our surrounding areas. Now we will talk about size. The smallest angiosperm which is present in our surrounding area, it is known as Wolffia microscopia. Wolffia microscopia is the smallest angiosperm, and the largest angiosperm known as big banyan tree. It is about 14,500 square meter area is covered by it. The tallest angiosperm is Eucalyptus. Now the habitats. These all types of angiosperms are aquatic. They are found in the aquatic areas. Xerophytes, epiphytes. Epiphyte means they grow into the tall trees. And amphimerellus. They are also amphimerellus. It means they are found in the desert areas also. Some are parasites. For example, Cuscuta, which is also known as amarbale. Now the life cycle of the angiosperms. We know that angiosperms are the flowering plants and their life cycle is start after the floweration. This is the angiospermic plant. It have got the flower, and we know that each flower have got both types of male and the female part. Male part is known as endoecium, which is also known as microsporophyll. Female part is known as gynoecium, which is also known as megasporophyll. Endoecium have got different types of chamber like structure. Those are known as pollen sacs, and these pollen sacs have got different types of chambers which play a very important role to store the microspore mother cell. And these microspore mother cell, with the help of after different types of division or the cell division, they convert into the microspore tetrad condition. And after the microspores tetrad condition, the different types of pollen grains, they disperse all separate from each other. This is the mature structure of the pollen grain. The outer cover of the pollen grain is very hard. It is made up of sporopollenin or pectin, and each and every pollen grain have got a germinative cell, and two types of male gametes are also found in it. Pollen grain is also known as male gametophyte. Now in the case of female gynoecium, it is covered by the anatropous ovule. This is the LS of the anatropous ovule or the ovary. Each ovary consists embryo sac, and each and every embryo sac have got 3 plus 3 plus 2, 8 celled structure. 3 cells are found into the uh, southern region, and the 3 cells are found in the northern region. 2 cells are settled into the polar areas. Those are found in the below. They are known as 2 cells, they are known as synergid cells, or 1 cell is known as egg cell. This is responsible for the fertilization. Opposite cells are antipodal cells, they are degenerated. Between these both cells, there are two types of polar nuclei are also present. These all cells and the polar nuclei, they all are haploid. Now, whenever the fertilization will takes place, two types of male gametes are fused with the different types of cells. First of all, the male gamete fuse with the egg cell. Whenever the male gamete fuse with the egg and convert into zygote, this condition is related to the or responsible for the fertilization, and further zygote convert into the embryo. Second, male gamete is fused with the two types of polar nuclei. We know that one male gamete is also haploid, two types of polar nuclei are also haploid. So haploid and haploid conditions convert into the triple fusion. They are responsible for the triple fusion. Whenever the male gamete fuse with two types of polar nuclei, they convert into endosperm. It is a type of triple fusion. So two types of fusions are takes place there. One triple fusion and second is fertilization. They both are related to the fusion, and that's why this whole process is known as double fertilization. After double fertilization, the zygote is converted into embryo, ovule is converted into seed, and last the ovary is converted into fruit. These all specific terms are very very important. Now after that, whenever the zygote convert into embryo, the seed is developed from here. There are two types of seeds which are related to gymnosperm. They are known as monocotyledons and dicotyledons. Here we have dicotyledon seeds which have got two types of cotyledons. These cotyledons are also known as food leaves, which play a very important role to store the food. Whenever the seed germinate, their upper part is related to the plumule, which is responsible for the development of shoot, and the lower part is known as radicle, which is responsible for the development of the root part. In this way, the seed further convert into the new plant. So this is the life cycle of the angiospermic plants.